To here, to Korea, you mean? Or? Yeah, I like very much. I come for a few years now, and I like it very much. Yeah, it's always interesting to talk with them and to have them coming also in my place in a few times a year. And yeah, it's always nice to come here. Well, I feel very well here. I'm really happy to come every year, and it's really nice atmosphere, nice people, so I like to come here.
How is feeling when you come to Korea on your way?
Well, it's a little bit the same. I'm waiting for this moment all the time, so I hope we're gonna keep going to do that, and it's nice to meet the students, nice to meet the professors. Well, they are very young, very funny, and well, I think it's nice to think that they're gonna be sometimes very good professionals.
Some advice for your students?
There is many advices to give, but I think, well, if I have to give one now, it's if they work very hard, they're gonna be very good professionals someday. 호텔제과제빵 여러분, 학생 여러분 안녕하십니까? It's very easy because it seems very easy because there is only flour, water, salt, and yeast, but it's one of the most difficult to make every day. Okay, so we usually to make French bread we need about 7 or 8 hours, but since we have to be finished around 1 o'clock, we're gonna make it in a fast way. So then we're gonna need the fermentation time. So during that time we're gonna have the explanations and so on. So now I just start with. So they have to put the flour in the bowl.
오케이. 자, 지금 자, 소금하고 이스트는 이제 함께 놓지 말고, 왜냐하면 소금이 이스트를 죽이기 때문에 다른 방향에 함께 놓습니다. 다른 방향에 떨어뜨려 놓습니다.
It's not only for this recipe, it's for any kind of recipe. Never put the salt on the yeast. And then you put the water. And then you just mix and that's it. There is another thing is that they all know that I will explain after that, but we're gonna put also some. We used to put some malt also. It's because some sugar is not enough, so it's easier to get color in the oven. And we put also some vitamin C. It's not really lemon juice; it's vitamin C that we want to put in. And I will explain after. It makes stronger the gluten. That's why.
아주 조금만.
And then the mix.
그 다음에 반죽하겠습니다.
So the mix in first and the last for about maybe 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes in the second. It's going to be okay. So they can start, and when it's finished, they put the dough in a bowl, and they cover it with plastic, and they put in a barrier shape. So they have to get a bowl which is not too big, so that it gets in. And I will explain about the mixing after when we have time. And then you put some flour on the fat, so you can get it very easily. I think they all know that mainly in the flour there is gluten and amidon, which is the main thing. So the goal of the mixing is to get
elastic.
To get elastic the gluten. So that's why we are mixing. The gluten can absorb 7 times its weight in water. If you put just one piece of gluten, it can take its weight 7 times in water. It can absorb a lot of water. It cannot absorb 7 times its weight. It can extend 7 times its size. And when it's completely extended, if it's too extended, then it goes down again. That's why sometimes the bread go up, and then before to put in the oven, it goes down. It's because the gluten has been until the water. So the goal of this thing is to extend this gluten. It's very important. Put the gluten stronger, and so that to make the extend a little longer, we put some vitamin C. So it's much easier to work with vitamin C. Anyway, all the vitamin C will go away while it's baking, so it doesn't stay in the bread anyway. And so in any kind of bread which doesn't have sugar, eggs, or things like it, hard bread, I mean, if they put vitamin C, it's going to be much easier to work with. And so that's it. And for the mixing, in my place myself, I used to mix always almost in the first
First speed.
speed, sometimes in the second speed. In Korea, they will see they almost do in the third speed all the time. So I asked many times why, but nobody until now gave me any answer for that. Speed is absolutely not necessary. And the thing is that once again, when you mix it, because you want the gluten to be extended, and that's it. But if you speed at too much speed, the air is going in the dough. Then if the air is going to the dough, the bread at the end is going to be much more volume, but much less taste and much less conservation.
Okay.
So it depends on what you want, as a bread. If you mix it very fast, you're going to have
more volume,
but very light bread and almost no taste and white color, very white color. And so if you want to sell that to your customer, it's okay. But myself, in my place, I prefer to have a bread which is not so much volume and a little more heavy and a little more yellow, but the taste is much better and the conservation is much longer. So they do in very high speed also.
Do they?
For the French bread.
For the French bread?
Yeah, only for the French bread.
For the volume?
Yeah, for the volume. Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, this is for all the mixing. But for French bread, there is many different ways to make French bread. For example, we could have done what we have done now, but we put in just a little bit of instant yeast. That they know all together what is. So you can tell them there is many different ways of making. So they do just what we did, but instead of the 30 gram of the 40 gram of singis, they put just 1 gram of this one.
But it will take long fermentation time, right?
They do the same thing, and they let the dough outside, not the panache, outside for about 24 hours or 30 hours.
Okay.
It's going to be very, very good taste bread. And and then we put the yeast and the salt, and we mix again until it disappears. Very only slow speed. And after about 5 minutes, it's okay. Yeah.
Is it any kinds of advantage about the?
Yes, because it has been very, very kind for the dough. No mixing very hard, because the dough gets very tired when it gets mixing. So if you go very gentle, you are very gentle with the dough, the bread is going to be even better. Since they just started, it's good for them to learn many different ways, and then when they have more experience, they can choose the way they want. In the same way, I think in this school, many teachers, many people come and they teach. This is the way. So sometimes it's the opposite. But they have to understand there is many different ways. So they just learn right now, and someday they make their. They adapt themselves to what is better. Right now, the teachers have to take experience, so they just to learn. The good thing in the school is that they can see, they can learn a lot of different recipes. The only problem is that they don't touch enough. So it will be good that they work somewhere. If they touch every day they touch the bread, they're gonna at the end they're gonna be good at what they do. If I ask you to speak French tomorrow, you're gonna tell me it's impossible. But if you touch French, for example, every 1 hour for every day for 10 years, then you're gonna be good in French, I'm sure about this. To be baker, it's professional, it's chocolate marketing. So it's a long approach. You cannot learn that within 6 months or something like this. It takes a long time. Still me, I'm doing that for 35 years. I'm still learning now. And we have a work that we are not working in an office or something like this. It's quite hard work, night work for you. So if we don't have something that which if we don't enjoy that making something, I don't see. It's not interesting to be baker anymore. So that's why it's much more good feeling to make good quality than to make something. They put some flour, not too much. They put the roll on the table. In France there is a roll, so they have to make the baguette has to be 300 grams of dough all the time. So they try. It's difficult to get at first, but they try. So they try to make it just. When it's finished, there is the beautiful shape. They try to keep it. There's many different things. It's going to be difficult to shape. To give the show. They try to get the right thing at the first time. Good dividing is already half of the shaping. they put some give what is necessary. They almost have nothing to do. Just give a shape. They have always to be gentle with the dough, always. And they try, if they start for one, they give the same shape for right and left. They have to put the banana on the left. And it's a bowl.
반죽을 좀 둥글리게 하는 건 길이나 모양은 같게 해야 됩니다. 여러분이 나중에 현장에 가더라도 몇 사람이 같이 일을 하더라도 한 팀이기 때문에 같은 모양의 같은 사이즈로 만드는 걸 연습을 해야 돼.
And when you put on the wood sheet, it's better to have a flour on the hand, and the hands better than the table. So first they take the baguette like this and they make it flat. While making it flat, they try to make it a little bit longer. And then they change. I don't see how it's not interesting. And the first time they put about 1/3 like this. Always, and they try to keep the same. And they fry
손으로
every time they finish one thing, they
모양
fix to the.
또 때로는 이렇게 덧가루도 묻혀주면서요.
And then they do again the same thing.
이걸 똑같이 반복합니다.
They always try to do the same.
하고 띄고
And then the last one is a little bit different.
끝 부분은 엄지 손가락으로 이렇게 감싸서 이렇게 말아주는 겁니다.
They put the finger. They put the finger.
엄지 손가락으로
Like
감싸고
your finger under the way.
그다음에 또 엄지 손가락 위로 이렇게 덮어주는 겁니다.
They go like this, and they close with this part. They close.
요 오른손 손바닥 밑에 부분을 이렇게 간단하게 붙여주는 거예요.
They put the dough.
그리고 왼손은 그 엄지 손가락 위 부분에서 이렇게 덮어주는 거고 늘 엄지 손가락 위로 가는 겁니다.
And it goes like this, like this.
이런 것처럼 계속 똑같은 방법으로.
And that's it. So at the end, they try. They put it
자 끝에는
right.
네, 약간 그 밑 이음매 부분을 편편하게 해주고
They just.
뒤집어서 길이 방향으로 넣습니다.
So they try to have straight
일직선이 되게 놔두고
and the same size.
같은 길이로 같은 사이즈로.
Because they have the contact with the bread right now. But you know, I think some of them did very good job. Yeah. Just sometimes, I mean, they have to think that the bread it's something which grow up. You know, it's still living all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
So if they put too close to each other, it's gonna stick together.
Yeah.
So they have to keep a distance between the bread. So on the French bread, they have to remember that French bread is the most difficult. Sometimes it goes very well, and then after it, you do the same gesture, same thing, but it doesn't go very well. So you have to work it almost every day, so that it takes years before you control really the French bread. And also one thing is that you have to remember that when you learn something in school, you know, when someone teaches you something, this is only half of the way. You know? 50% of the rest you have to find by yourself. You have to check by yourself. You have to search by yourself, and then you learn. So what they teach you here, it's not enough. You have to study all the time, and never finish. So all of them just started right now, 2 months ago, right? So that's why I mean they don't have the feelings.
right.
So that's why it's I think that they have themselves to get better and better. You know, it's what they have done now. If I see after 1 year they do the same thing.